Okay, I have to say I'm in terrible shape today, so let's see what will happen against Anonymous 4. Um, I'm a bit tired. Yesterday there was a nice birthday party, so let's see. Um, we have a Benoni defense, d6, yes, and well, f4 is a move that yeah, that is really aggressive here in this position. Bishop b5. Check. Now he needs to play the knight, this knight here from f6 to d7. It looks strange, but it's more or less the best move, because otherwise he could have problems with a kick from e4 to e5. Yeah, he will play a6 maybe later on, so I want to avoid that he plays a6 and b5 quickly. This is why I play a4. I remember a Kasparov game. Was it against John Nunn? It's maybe in the 90s even, when Kasparov played very similar position, but I think a knight on a6, and he pushed not the e5 pawn, but the pawn from f4 to f5 later. It was also very dangerous because pieces were activated quickly and so on. c4, then he has the square for his knight and the queen as well. Yeah, why shouldn't I play knight d2, knight c4? Yeah, but maybe should I? I want to keep the knight here on f3 first. And I don't want him to play now c4. This is why I apply it the queen here to e2. Wow, so he opens up the position for his king. Okay, first I get out here of this diagonal. I don't like the king to be on g1. You can see that the square on e6 is weak, so knight g5, knight e6 is always a possibility. Yeah, what he will play is maybe knight f6, but I can play knight f6 with check. And then check. He has a problem that the rook is hanging. So yeah, this was a tactical blunder. Check. Okay, he's still playing. Should I open up everything with f5? Maybe. Yeah, this must be good. This bishop I might sacrifice a bishop here also. Not at the moment, but just a potential threat. Maybe just bishop g5 to get this rook over to e1. I could also play a bishop f4, attacking here, taking c8, but I don't care about the pieces here. I just want to get the king now. I mean, black is a rook down, so he's lost anyway, so I wonder why he still keeps on moving. What's the most direct way? Knight g5 is also a terrible threat here. Knight e6, so he needs to take. All my pieces are activated afterwards. Maybe I can also sacrifice here later on a rook also. Yeah, I mean, this is the only defender here from the king. This looks really good now. He needs to do something with this knight. It's a knight on e6, I mean, it's directly curtained, so he needs to take. Can't move the pieces here because the rook is also hanging.
Check.
I certainly don't want to exchange queens.
Black resigns.
Okay, let's look what the computer says about the position. Not this one, I mean this is over. He needs to take the queen, with the queen the knight, because you can see that the king is like checkmate, so he has to sacrifice the queen. Toggle on the computer. I mean there was not much left for black here at the end, but earlier I think there were, I mean queen e2 was certainly not good, because f5 is not that bad maybe to attack the center in this case, and the computer suggests to take here with the bishop on c3, and I didn't consider this move at all, because I thought, okay, this is a very important piece, a very important defender for black. So if he takes here, takes back, there is no shield for the king. But maybe he really just wins a pawn here. But in exchange, I have a lot of dark squares around the king. So I'm not sure. What could I have played else? I mean, rook e8. Yeah, I need to castle here. And here the computer suggests to play f5. This is what I was talking about in the game, that this Kasparov game. Yeah, and maybe this is, I didn't want to play it because I didn't want to give him the square e5 here directly. But the idea is, I mean, to even weaken the squares here more. If I play f5 and take here, and he takes back with the f pawn, then e6 is very weak, so he needs to rather to take with the h pawn. But always, my pieces are very annoying here on the king side, so you can see that black's queen side is not developed, and he had the problem all through the game. Let's see, I think they didn't move at all. Here the rook and the knight.
Check.
So yeah, the real problem was that in the perspective of black, that he just moved too quickly in this position here. If you look at the time, 3:57, and just 3 seconds, and he blundered the whole game away. I mean, in this position he is not yeah, not that good in shape anyway, but
check.
You should take some time. Don't check, at least if some direct threats are on board, and look at what kind of pieces are not protected. And in this position you can see that the queen is not protected from black side, and here the rook as well. So whenever pieces are not protected, you need to watch out. In my position, for example, this rook here on a1 is not protected, but there is no immediate threat, so the other pieces are protected. So watch out for unprotected pieces.